Hey, this is Pastor Mike. Thanks for joining me for PerkStream here as we move back outdoors in this beautiful weather. I've been thinking about encouragement, and I'm wondering, where do you get your encouragement? I know that some of you have told me that this video cast, this weekly cast, has been an encouragement to you. And we started it during COVID as a way to encourage people, and we just hope we continue to do that. The most important thing is that I'm hoping that you feel encouraged to seek the Lord and that you find encouragement in the Lord. Because when things kind of get rough, when family situations aren't going right, or maybe you are in a situation where your job seems unstable, or you're just dealing with some sort of personal crisis, what do you want? You want encouragement. And where will that encouragement come from? Well, David found himself in a really hard place one time. He was going to be killed, and it wasn't going to be by Saul. It was going to be by his own men. See, David had led his men out to fight with the Philistines against Israel. Only the Philistine leaders saw this mercenary group and said, no, what better way for him, David, to get back in Saul's good graces than to kill us from behind? So they sent him back to his home base of Ziklag. Well, as that little army got back to their home base, they found that the town had been burned, their possessions had been taken, and all of their wives and children had been taken. And so there's great grief. There's a great deal of lamenting and crying. And it was at that moment, maybe you might relate to it this way. Have you ever had your home robbed? If you've ever had your home robbed, you know the feeling of being violated and knowing that you don't feel safe. Well, how is David feeling at this moment? And it says that David was greatly distressed. For the people spoke of stoning him because all the people were bitter in soul, each for his sons and daughters. But then it says this, but David strengthened himself in the Lord his God. You might be able to relate to his distress, but can we also be encouraged by his actions? Amid his own personal struggle and trying to maintain some semblance of order with his army, he found strength by turning to the Lord. He didn't just remember the Lord, he sought the Lord. In fact, this is more of what that says. It says, David said to Abiathar the priest, the son of Ahimelech, bring me the ephod. The ephod was a way that David used to communicate with the Lord to get guidance. And so Abiathar brought the ephod to David, and David inquired of the Lord, shall I pursue after this band, and shall I overtake them? He answered him, pursue, for you will surely overtake and surely rescue. David found strength knowing that the Lord was with him and for him. And I find peace amid the storm when I'm discouraged and when I seek the Lord as David did. When I try to work some of these things out for myself, I tend to prolong the problem. I multiply the grief that I'm facing rather than actually get over it. So lately I've been trying to establish some rhythms where when I seek the Lord, I'm seeking him on a consistent basis and recognizing any fear that I have, I turn that over to him as quickly as possible. And then I try to learn, I'm growing in being able to say, okay, I'm not going to be controlled by this thing. And sometimes it's going well, and sometimes it doesn't go well. But I do know that I am finding strength, increasing strength in the Lord when I go to him with my fear, when I go to him with my distress, and I find strength in the Lord my God. So I hope that that's where you will be too. Be encouraged to seek the Lord when you're in distress and know that he is for you, he is with you, and he will answer you. Be encouraged. God bless you, and have a great week.